Alright, so I for one am certainly a fan of the latest developments to come to the Dragon Ball Super manga. As it currently stands, this granola arc, as we'll refer to it for the time being, looks to be providing the series with some rather fascinating concepts. Chief among them to me being the further development of Prince Vegeta. Now, as I've come to notice with the Dragon Ball Super series as a whole, there seems to be an increased effort to satiate Vegeta fans and or keep him in contention with Goku. No longer does it feel like he is always leaps and bounds behind, as these days it usually just comes down to the final blow being that of Goku's. As with him being the main character, he is provided superior focus, which is to be expected. Beginning with the Tournament of Power, Goku would explore the power of Ultra Instinct, an incredible technique which somewhat defies the bounds of mortality, making it inherently difficult to keep up with. And now that Goku may freely use the power at will, Vegeta is certainly due for an upgrade. One which Lord Beerus aims to bestow in the form of signature God of Destruction techniques. An incredibly fascinating development considering Ultra Instinct is the technique of the Angels. Now, something that has really helped public perception of Vegeta's growth has been the fact that he has carved his own path. Even when Goku reaches further heights and paves the way towards new abilities, Vegeta now finds and claims his own. A point made expressly clear with his training on planet Yardrat. This was a feat Goku had accomplished all the way back during the Android saga, yet Vegeta went about it rather differently. Ultimately, yes, he does possess the ability to use instant transmission, what is considered to be a rather rudimentary technique, but refuses to use it outright in defiance of Goku's influence. Instead, his spiritual control is just far superior, allowing for the use of spirit fission, a rather forceful technique that is the bane of all absorption and fusion-based powers, as Vegeta can simply take that power away from them. This is by and large one of the most devastating abilities in the entire series, as it is not simply removal based. Such energy may be reallocated and redistributed as he so chooses, posing to simultaneously drain his opponent and empower himself. However, admittedly, reduction would be the more likely of the two on account of his sometimes debilitating pride. This high level of energy manipulation allows for even the most minor of key emissions to be absurdly powerful and or sizable, and if done swiftly enough, has the potential to be regenerative of life itself. And in addition to everything else, this power may be used either in melee or at a range. It is just insane. But be that as it may, it's simply not enough to remain in league with the ever evasive capabilities and uncanny damage provided by Ultra Instinct Mastery. However, what Beerus hopes Vegeta will be able to possess is an unbelievable power. We have seen wipe beings from existence and obliterate whole planets in an instant. What is, as told by Beerus, to be just the tip of the iceberg. This is really exciting stuff, but at the same time, I have to wonder the intent behind all this. The position of God of Destruction may at first come across as sinister or malicious, but as we've come to know, it is merely a necessary force. As where there exists creation, there must also be destruction. I mean, consider the name of Vegeta's signature, Big Bang Attack. Whis and Beerus aren't opposed to the notion of Goku and Vegeta becoming gods of destruction at all. In fact, we know this sort of preparation to be a typical rite of passage as displayed by Toppo of the Pride Troopers. You see, unlike their divine guides or counterparts, angels or Supreme Kaioshin, gods of destruction may be any manner of formerly mortal being. However, certain questions may be proposed, therefore, in regards to lifespan and the like. Angels are immortal, and Kaioshin may live for tens of thousands of years unabated. So does one's life expectancy increase upon being deemed a god of destruction, or do they simply remain mortal in that regard? The finding of a successor doesn't exactly seem to be a pressing matter for the likes of Beerus, but rather an accepted fascination. So I wonder. Now, when it comes to Goku, perhaps he is making use of an inherently angelic technique, but be that as it may, we also know Ultra Instinct to be a power bestowed onto gods of destruction through tutelage, And so the path is his to walk as well. It's not like he'll be an angel instead. And so unfortunately, this may perhaps be one of those instances where Vegeta's pride is debilitating, as we know Goku isn't nearly as picky and would gladly soak up God of Destruction and Ultra Instinct techniques all the same. I mean, we have literally seen him attempt it against the nefarious Zamasu, and see pretty fruitful results prior to interruption. This is a very, very peculiar point of progression for these two characters that I'm sure we'll all have our eyes on for the foreseeable future. And hopefully you see plot armor in your future enough to subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Over on Twitter and Instagram, we provide you a constant feed of the latest and greatest anime and manga news related to all your favorites. So if you have yet to check us out over there, do yourself a favor and change that. And for even more, if you enjoy what we do that much, go ahead and give our Patreon page a look as well, because when it comes to bringing you some of the best Dragon Ball Super content on the platform, Plot Armor has you covered. As always, I'm Slice of Otaku. Thank you all so much for watching and have an awesome day. I love you.